Jai Mata Di guys, let's talk about some important terms when we talk about IC engines. One is the stroke. Stroke is the distance traveled by the piston when it travels from BDC to TDC. So when it comes like that, so first of all you need to know what is BDC and what is TDC. BDC is bottom dead center and TDC is top dead center. So when I make a shaft like this and I make another and on the contrary this crankshaft is like this, I have got a piston over here inside a liner and I have also got a piston over here inside the liner.
Hi GME aspirant, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Mata Di. I hope you like this video. One thing that you have to remember is that you have to join top-notch shipping company or college with sponsorship and in the shortest time possible, because time is money and time kabhi wapis nahi aayega. Now guys, I have got two suggestions. One is GME live classes. Enroll, fantabulous results. घर के comfort zone में बैठ के पढ़ाई करो. Another is 100% results, shortest time possible. Join SMBD Marine Academy offline coaching. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Mata Di. लिंक सबके डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में.
So guys, you can see now this is the crank web and this is at the topmost position. So the piston is at the topmost position that it can achieve. And when the crank web is at the bottommost position, at the downward position, then the piston is at the lowermost position that it can get. So BDC and TDC are the farthest position, two farthest position. One is nearest to the crankshaft and the another farthest from the crankshaft. Clear? Now this is done. What is a stroke? Stroke is the distance traveled by the piston between BDC and TDC. So this is the stroke length, which is in meters. What is the bore? Bore is the diameter area. Okay. Bore is the diameter of the liner. Diameter of the liner. Clear guys? This is again important when we calculate power of the engine. Done. What is mean piston speed? Mean piston speed is C. Understand one thing. When the piston comes to BDC and starts moving up, so from BDC its velocity is 0, speed is 0, then it starts increasing. By the time it reaches the midpoint, it is at maximum. Again it has to go and stop at the top. So basically, when the piston starts, it starts from 0, it reaches its maximum, again it starts slowing down, and then again becomes 0, and then again it starts increasing speed to the maximum in the midpoint, and then again it becomes 0. So basically the speed of the piston is changing throughout the cycle. What is mean piston speed? Mean piston speed is the average speed of the piston throughout the cycle. So now how do we calculate the mean piston speed? We know the distance traveled. It is 2 into stroke in 1 revolution. Now if number of revolutions are 60 revolutions per second, that means in 1 second it is traveling twice the stroke. So that will be its speed. If it is 120 revolutions per second, that means in 1 second it is going 2 times complete. So it will be into 2 once more. So what is actually mean piston speed? It is 2 into stroke into number of revolutions per minute upon 60. This into meter. This is meter per second. The stroke needs to be meters. Copied guys? Now when I talk about compression ratio, now this is going to be important guys. Compression ratio. We know that in IC engines, especially the compressed ignition engines, we are compressing the air and raising its temperature. So what is happening is, simple. When the piston is at TDC, say it reaches maximum over here. Okay? This is piston at TDC. And when the piston is at BDC, it reaches maximum over here. So, now forget this. Initially, when the piston was at BDC, the maximum volume that the air could occupy was this much. That means volume of the piston as BDC, right? And when the piston reaches at top, that means this much compression has taken place. So, compression ratio is, the volume was this much, it has been compressed this much. So, volume at TDC, this is the compression ratio, this is the volume at TDC. So, say, and this is the volume at BDC. So, say, someone tells you the compression ratio of this engine is 10 and the volume that this liner occupies when the piston is at BDC is 100 meter cube. So can you please tell me the volume when the piston is at TDC? I would say yes sir. 10 is equal to volume at BDC is 100 meter cube upon I need volume at TDC, that is x. So volume at TDC is 100 divided by 10, that is 10 meter cube. Okay guys? Now when I am talking about compression ratio, understand one thing. The more you increase the compression ratio, that means your piston is moving more. That means your stroke length is increasing. Copy it guys? Any doubt with that? No. Now you just have to remember that. Because when I talk about Otto cycle, diesel cycle, petrol engines, you have to remember this moment. More compression ratio. Okay? That is sufficient. Thank you very much guys. Jai Mata Di.